Cramming fools you because your brain is very good at recognizing things it just saw. You look at the page, the words seem familiar, and you say, "Oh yeah, I know this." But recognizing something is not the same as understanding it. It's not even close. If I show you a solution while you're staring at the problem, of course it makes sense. The real question is this: can you still explain it tomorrow when the example is gone and no one is helping you? When you cram, nothing solid gets built. You're just keeping ideas balanced in your head for a short time, like juggling balls. The moment you stop paying attention, they fall. That's not a failure of intelligence. That's just how the brain works. Learning happens when the brain has to rebuild the idea. You forget part of it, you struggle a bit, you try to explain it in your own words, and then you put the pieces back together. That rebuilding is the learning. That's the work. People don't like that part. It feels slow, it feels uncomfortable, but nature doesn't care how you feel about it. That's how the brain works. That's how wiring gets stronger. So if you cram for one 6-hour study session, your brain doesn't automatically flag that information as important. Think about it this way. Forgetting is not a flaw in the brain. It's a feature. Forgetting protects your brain from overload. If everything stuck, your mind would be noisy and inefficient. Forgetting acts like a filter. It clears out low-value details so important patterns can stand out. When you study information once, in one big session, you will not only exhaust your brain, you'll forget most of what you studied. In contrast, when you come back to information time and time again, your memory will strengthen. Information that is reused, revisited, or emotionally meaningful gets reinforced in your brain. Information that is not is allowed to fade. From a neurological perspective, when you come back to information repeatedly, with time in between, the brain starts to change. The same neural pathways fire, the connections get tighter, and the ideas are encoded into long-term memory. It's like wearing a trail in the woods by consistently taking the same path. That's why spaced repetition works. It gives your brain time to physically change. It's just like building muscle. You wouldn't expect to get buff after one workout. You know that it takes consistent and continuous effort. Same with learning. When you distribute your studying, you forget a little, then rebuild memory. That is the pattern for durable learning. If you can explain it simply, days later without notes, then you've learned it. If not, we're just visiting the idea. The spacing of your studying matters. The Ebbinghaus forgetting curve demonstrates that when you learn something once, your brain begins forgetting it almost immediately. Most forgetting happens quickly, with 50 to 70% of what you learned forgotten in the first 24 hours. Spaced repetition works by deliberately interrupting that forgetting process at strategic moments. Instead of reviewing material while it feels fresh or waiting until it's completely gone, you revisit it right as you are beginning to forget. Each well-timed retrieval strengthens the memory, flattens the forgetting curve, and extends how long the information stays accessible. Over time, fewer reviews are needed, and the memory becomes more durable, flexible, and easier to retrieve under pressure. Here is a practical space schedule for a typical 3 to 4 week college exam cycle. During the first week, your job is to stabilize learning. Do your first review within 24 hours. This is the most important review. It interrupts the rapid forgetting and starts to stabilize the memory. Focus on retrieving the information from memory, not just from rereading. Around day 3 to 4, review the material for a second time. At this point, you are beginning to forget, which is exactly what you want. The goal for this study session is to reinforce your understanding of the material and identify your knowledge gaps. Week 2. Now you are focusing on strengthening and deepening your understanding of the material. Roughly a week after you've been exposed to the material for the first time, schedule another review session. The information should be familiar, and your focus shifts to deepening and understanding by filling in the knowledge gaps you identified earlier. Around days 10 through 11, you are starting to move past memorization and are creating your own examples and explaining the key concepts in your own words. You are also mixing new material with earlier topics. Week 3. Now your focus is on getting ready to perform on your exam. Around days 12 through 14, you are now reorganizing the information in a way that makes sense to you, and you are explaining things in your own words. At this stage, it's not about rereading and the repetition of knowledge. It is about the reconstruction of knowledge. You should be able to explain each concept simply in your own way. Finally, when you are about 3 days out from the exam, you should be focusing on memory retrieval. You should be able to retrieve what you need to know from memory with no cues. You should be able to solve math problems without looking at your notes. You are testing yourself. You are studying in the same way that you'll be evaluated. No notes, no book, just you. These are often longer study sessions, but it's not cramming because memory has already been built. This is about deep understanding and cementing those memories into place. Treat every exam as cumulative, even if the professor says it's not. You are building a framework of knowledge and slowly adding to it. Spaced repetition forces you to review as you go, which protects older material from decay and makes learning new material easier. If you forget a little between sessions, it's not a problem. That's a sign that your timing is right. It's about studying in sync with how your memory actually works. I'm Dr. Eric Alvinson, an education PhD and a learning and performance coach. If you want more neuroscience-based strategies to study better and burn out less, like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one. You got this.